Hello everyone, welcome back once again to PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling as we present the PolyNerdic Round Robin Special Cup, or the PNR2S Cup. Ridiculous name, that's intentional. The stupidity of it makes me laugh. I like how it, I personally enjoy how it doesn't really roll off the tongue well and just sounds stupid. This is a tournament to determine the number one contender for the heavyweight title. We'll take a look at the rankings here. We have about 2 more shows left of this. We're going to do 2 more shows of 6 matches. And then the 7th match will be the finals, assuming there's no ties. If there ends up being ties that have to be sorted out, we'll do a separate episode for the ties in the finale. But these are the scores right now. A bracket, Kenny Omega's leading with 20 points. Got a 3-way tie behind him with Naito, Liger, and Suzuki at 15 apiece. Seth Rollins has 10. Aleister Black and Elias sitting on zeros. It's kind of ugly. B bracket, Chad Gable, surprisingly, sitting at the top with 20 points. He's followed by Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii with 15. Kota Ibushi has 10. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that Golden Lovers finale like I had kind of hoped was going to happen. And Drew McIntyre, Kurt Angle, and Finn Balor all bringing up the rear with 5 points. So there's where the standings are. Today's show, we're going to start with Kenny Omega versus Aleister Black. As you just saw, Aleister sitting there with 0 points. Not a good look. Here's hoping he can pull something out. At least get on the scoreboard. Because I do believe if Omega wins this match, it might be over. He might be the winner. We're only doing 6 matches this episode. The previous couple we've done 8. That pushed us to a point where we could finish it off with 2 more episodes. Again, provided there's no tie that requires a secondary tournament to happen. If you have been watching the recent shows, you know that this is moving much slower because I forgot to set the speed to 125 instead of 100. So this is regular speed action here. I would love to see these 2 guys go at it in real life. As I always do, let's see. Let's go to the Google and see if these guys have ever faced off for real. No, it does not appear so. I mean, of course, there's plenty of videos made in WWE 2K about them wrestling, but nothing for real. This is one matchup I think the height differences actually look appropriate. Aleister seems like he'd be taller than Kenny Omega.
Give up. Give up.
Nice suplex. Yeah, I figured if you watch the show from Sunday, the card that I put up on Sunday, you would have seen the match where Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi went for the tag titles. I figured when I arranged all this last week that we would A, see them take the tag belts, and B, see them be the 1 and 2, or the number 1 people in both their brackets. So the finale would be the tag champs facing off against each other. But in true unpredictable fashion, nothing of the sort has happened. Kenny Omega, looks like he's going to win the A bracket. But I don't think... I mean, Ibushi has a shot. It's not impossible, but at this point, it doesn't look like it. Because, like, Chad Gable and Kenny Omega have just had these dominating performances. And Gable's the real surprising factor in it. Looks like Omega's pulling ahead here. I'd like to see Aleister get at least one victory before this tournament's over. That was a pretty cool delayed German. So close. The crowd approved. Aleister said, "Fuck your super kick." Show on clothesline. There it is. Haven't seen it in a while, but, the old run into each other, fall down spot. The Rise of the Terminator out of Kenny? No. J Driller. Aleister Black getting a victory. I think giving someone a shot to tie up with Kenny at this point. Like, some of those people that are right behind Kenny could potentially tie up with him now. Maybe even overtake him. He's still got one more match. But we'll have to look at A bracket real quick. Aleister Black with the sort of upset, I guess, since he'd not won a match the whole card, the whole tournament. All right, let's take a look. Hold on, let's go back and look at A bracket real quick. See, Kenny's still got one more match. So his tournament will not be perfect. He's got one more match. Seth has one. See, if Naito wins both his last two matches against Liger and Minoru Suzuki, he'll win the tournament. If he wins one of the two, he'll tie. Now Suzuki is in the same boat. Like, I guess it all comes down to if Kenny wins this match against Jushin Liger. And see, Liger's at 15 too, so that's... If Liger beats Kenny, they'll be tied at 20. And if Naito wins both his matches, he will win. Same with Suzuki. So this match right here, the Naito-Suzuki match, has huge implications on the overall card, or victor. We might have ourselves a tie on A bracket. Since Aleister playing the upset, playing the spoiler. Let's do Drew McIntyre versus Kota Ibushi next. Gotta write this down so I keep track of it when I archive it.
Fight!
Almost. Almost took him down. Kota's got some mean kicks, man. I wouldn't want to get kicked by him. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see Kota Ibushi versus Nakamura. Sure, McIntyre bust out the Future Shock. Something he doesn't do anymore since that's Dean's finisher. Ambrose would be mad about that. Kota with the victory. I'll admit I didn't even see what happened. If it's anything like his other victories, it was a knee to the face. Kamigoye. Is that what it was? Did he Kamigoye him? Knock his block off? Yep, Kamigoye with a knee to the face, man. That's one of the reasons why I want to see Ibushi and Nakamura go at it. Knee to the face. So, let's see. Liger's got this match with Omega. Alright. I love my Word document, my word processor, word spreadsheet, whatever this fucking program I use to type this in on this laptop. It always turns Jushin Liger into Justin Liger. Without fail. Like, it refuses to learn it. Tetsuya it recognizes, but not Jushin. It also isn't fond of the spelling of Aleister for some reason, but...
Give up. 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 One. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up. One.
Again, if you're just joining me, apologize for being quiet. Working on this week's podcast script while this plays, just to try to multitask and kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. I mean, let's face it, I think the vast majority of people that watch anything I put out are okay with me being quiet for a little while.
One.
shit. Naito needs one more win. Naito needs one more win. We could potentially have a pretty big logjam tie-up there at the end of the tournament, though. A-bracket's getting to a point where it could very easily be a 3 or 4 way tie. Ishii and Okada, Chaos Brothers, going at it.
Fight!
See if Okada can recover from his loss to his former Chaos stable leader. For those of you that aren't aware of that, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably aware of it, though. That when Nakamura was in New Japan, he was the leader of Chaos prior to Okada. So it's been Okada's thing today to fight people that he is either currently stablemates with or was once stablemates with. By the time of this post, episode number 73 of the PolyNerdic podcast will be live. Make sure you check it out on PolyNerdic.com or SoundCloud or a number of different places. I suggest going to PolyNerdic.com to listen to it. It's a weekly show I put out. It comes out every Saturday morning typically, sometimes Saturday afternoon, but I generally try to get it out in the morning. And talk about nerd culture stuff. This week's episode, if you haven't already listened to it, is about having an unpopular opinion, but having it honestly, not just being a contrarian asshole. And this focuses largely on conversations I've had about Red Dead Redemption 2, as well as an episode I put out almost 60 episodes ago, episode number 15. I dealt with some of my personal unpopular opinions, things that I dislike that other people love, and the shit I've gotten for it. Oh, nice Rainmaker. That's the first time in a long time I've seen Okada pull off the German suplex into the Rainmaker. Normally it's countered. See what I mean? He didn't do it that time. Oh, Rainmaker on Ishii, so I can put him down.
1, 2, 3.
Ishii and Okada, hell of a match. Hell of a match. Not that long either. Two more matches on this particular run of the tournament. Seth and Suzuki. Yeah, that Elias and Aleister Black is just to finalize the standings. That match has no meaning whatsoever. See if Liger beats Omega. Those are the two matches I think it comes down to here. Let's see. It comes down to Liger, Omega, and Naito, Suzuki. Because well, we definitely got to do this match first. The next show is gonna be intense. It's gonna have a lot of matches with implications. You know, a lot of things hinge on what happens in the next couple matches. I'll be right back.
Fight! Right.
Crap, thought I was going to come back on a finish just there. Oh, he just hit the gotch style pile driver. It might be over. Okay. My apologies. I needed to go blow my nose. Didn't want to do it into the microphone. Interesting move there, Suzuki. Suzuki. Yeah, so now that Suzuki Naito match in the next day's bit of tournament is super important. That just made that bit of tournament very, very, very important. I don't even know how to pronounce that finisher. He tapped. Seth tapped. That's what it comes down to. Ooh. Those are two really good matches. Kurt's only at 5. Okada is tied at 20. So we'll do Gable angle right now. And save the Okada one for tomorrow, or for the next day's stuff.
Fight!
I think this week's show might be a long one. As I said, the podcast will be up before you even see this if you're not watching this live. Before this event, post on YouTube, the podcast will be up for a day. But make sure you check it out. I think it's going to be a good show. I love those exchanges, but I always feel that if you don't answer a super kick with a super kick, you're doing it wrong. High angle suplex. For those of you that may not have seen earlier editions, I am going to replace Gable with a different model once this tournament's over. Because I'm driven nuts by the fact that the stars are printed on his flesh. I do believe those stars are meant for Kamala. They don't belong. I've never heard him come on the Angle slam. Maybe I just haven't been paying close enough attention.
Give up. Give up.
Angle slam over the top rope. He just walked out of the way. Nice high angle release German. Into the ankle lock. It's a good follow up.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Killer.
Slid under the rope. It's a good way to avoid getting pinned. I think Angle might win it. If Angle wins this, this will make the Gable Okada match so crucial. Oh no, he's hurt. Angle might pull it out with just the strength of his ankle locks. Oh, okay, it was a counter. Uses his weight against him. Into an armbar. Gable with the victory. Out of nowhere, making Angle tap. Gable Okada is still crucial. Because that match will determine who wins B bracket. Let's look at the rankings real quick, since we've had our 6 matches. Got a 3-way tie for first place in the A bracket. Looking at the potential matchups for the next installment. This is the big one, I think. If Omega wins, let's look at the rankings again here. Yes, Omega has to win to have a shot at winning the tournament. Because if Liger wins, that puts him up to 20, and then we have a 4-way tie for a moment. So Omega has to win to have a shot at winning. Regardless of if Omega wins, Naito and Suzuki are both at 20. So Omega has to win to have a shot at winning. Omega has to beat Liger. If Omega doesn't beat Liger, whoever wins Naito Suzuki wins the bracket. Because I think Liger's only got one match. Yes, Liger's only got one match himself. This match here, Aleister Black versus Elias, is pointless. It has no bearing on the tournament. So we'll probably do it first. Liger Omega is super important. Naito Suzuki. So if Omega beats Liger, he will have to beat whoever wins Naito or Suzuki. So that's A bracket. That's where A bracket stands. B bracket, on the other hand, it really comes down to Gable Okada. If Okada wins, it's a tie. If Gable wins the whole thing, the whole bracket. Angle versus Balor. That's really to determine who finishes next to last, because McIntyre's done. He's out completely. Then Ishii, Ibushi. You know, that's again another meaningless match. The match that matters in B bracket is this one, because that will determine if we have a single match to determine the winner, or if Gable moves on. So Okada, Gable, that's pivotal stuff there. So those are our rankings. Next card's important. A lot rides on the next bit. We'll see you next time here on PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling presents the PolyNerdic Round Rubble. We'll see you next time on PolyNerdic Pro Wrestling presents the PolyNerdic Round Robin Special Cup. We're coming down to the wire. It's going to get close. Or it is close. It's going to be intense. We might have two different sudden death overtime style matches to determine which of the two guys move on to the finale, because that's how this all wraps up. This all ends in a singles match between the A bracket and B bracket leader or winners. So until next time, I'll see you then.